would like to officially invite all of you to my wedding.
Next Wednesday.
Andy, make it make sense. What the hell is going on?
We are in a relationship, whether you like it or not.
There's only 2 episodes left until the season finale.
It's not what you think.
Oh, it's exactly what you think.
Uh-oh.
It's an affair you don't want to miss.
You broke up with me to marry Gary?
I found a sperm donor.
It's not adding up. I'm not falling for it.
This is going to be the wedding of the century.
Hey folks, just wanted to throw this in real quick. Simply put, I recorded my trailer breakdown last night. I got the 30-second promo this morning. So I'm going to put this at the beginning of this particular trailer breakdown because it's 3 little things that the 30-second promo had that the 15-second and end credit promo didn't have. So first things first, when Karen is telling Andy, you know, like, what the hell's going on with you and Gary? And then Andy is lying like, you know, me and him are in a relationship and that's all there is to it. And then, of course, Fatima's talking to, I believe, Karen, saying she doesn't buy it. Something's up. From there, we also have Sabrina telling Rich that she has found a donor, you know, for her baby, sperm donor. And Rich is looking a bit, you know, perplexed by the situation. Bro, just leave already. Well, you probably can because she's no doubt pregnant by now with your baby. And then finally, it looks like Danny checks Tony's phone and is surprised by it, which could indicate that it's a flirty text from his ex-wife. And that's about it. So enjoy the rest of the video because this is going to be past me talking about the actual trailer that came out, the 15-second one, and the end credit. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, folks, we are getting closer to the Sistas Season 7 season finale. There are 3 episodes left, episodes 20, 21, and 22. The next one is called Beautiful Liar. Gary's presence and announcement at the baby shower shakes up Andy's friends. Now she must put on a brave face and lie to everyone about saying yes to Gary's marriage proposal. Okay. Hayden's tryst is finally exposed to not only his co-workers. So let's talk about that first. Now let me define tryst. Tryst. A private romantic rendezvous between lovers. Now basically this means that everyone's going to know about his affair. Simply put, remember, it's finally exposed to not only his co-workers, but of course Tamara, who walks into Hayden's office. Now it looks like prior to Marie touching all over Hayden, she has a moment where she's like thinking with the smart side of your brain. So this is probably in reference to, you know, the divorce case. But it looks like she walks around the desk and has her arms wrapped around him while he's sitting in the chair. Tamara comes in and goes, "You dirty effing dog." And wait, it's not what you think. And Marie's like, "Oh, it's exactly what you think." And also, I freaking called it. Now, I was an episode off because I thought, I wonder if in this episode, episode 19, when Marie tells Hayden, let's go to his office now, that Tamara would catch them. But no, it's next week. And I said, yeah, maybe she'll come to the office, bring Hayden lunch or something. No, she just pops up and catches them. And yeah, it's going to be pretty awkward. I mean, keep in mind now, Tamara is loud. And there are people clearly walking past the door. So this affair is going to be made known to everybody at the law firm. Possibly. Most likely. We'll have to wait and see. Now, when it comes to the first part, you know, about Gary's announcement. Now, Andy must put on a brave face and lie to everyone about saying yes to the proposal. So Gary straight up says, all of you are invited to my wedding except the hood rat duo. And Maurice slept. Uh-oh. And the question is, out of everybody in attendance, who fits the bill? Now, I feel like in terms of hood rat duo, I was thinking, wait, Fatima is definitely one. I could see Gary considering hood rat. And I was initially saying Karen, but a lot of people are like, no, Jeremy, it's probably Danny, which in a way makes a lot of sense because you think about Gary's interaction with these characters, all of the characters. And if memory serves, Fatima and Danny are the two that have pulled knives on him. Now, we know Fatima did recently, in episode 12 when she and Andy were trying to interrogate him about Penelope's whereabouts in his office. But then if you go back to season 1, after Leslie, the PI that Jasmine hired to look at Gary, gave information to Andy showing that, hey, he's playing you. Here's all the other women he's been with at the same time as you. And then Andy goes to her, she's at her apartment. She calls all the girls over and she's like bawling her eyes out because Gary's a low down, dirty dog. And when he comes over and won't leave, Danny pulls out a knife. So I'm just like, yeah, those two. Makes sense. He would want the two that have shown aggression and violence towards him to not come to his wedding. So yeah, I think that the Hood Rat duo is either Fatima and Danny, or it could be Fatima and Zach. Because remember, Zach, punched him across the jaw earlier this season. So I don't know. All I know is Fatima is definitely in the category of Hood Rat in terms of Gary's vocabulary. I'll leave it at that. Now from there, we go over to the bedroom at the penthouse, and I believe that Andy is talking with pretty much all the sisters, I believe, because Karen's like, what the hell's going on? And you got Sabrina, Danny, and them in attendance. And I feel like it's one of those situations where, Andy is going to lie. I mean, it's called Beautiful Liar. That's the name of the episode. But the stupid part is, and it just goes into how asinine Gary's plan is, everybody's going, I was about to say, every character with a shred of common sense knows this is BS. However, this is Sistas, and in terms of writing, these characters are morons when they need to be. And trust me, that happens more often than not. But in any case, I'm guessing Gary is going to quote unquote convince them that everything is fine, but it's just dumb. Now, I feel like this leads to Rich going over to Jordan's to reveal the situation at hand. And Rich is like, look, hey, you need to leave Andy alone. She ain't worth it. You got too much riding on this. So it definitely seems like Jordan's friends are convincing him to focus more on his political aspirations as opposed to the Andy thing. And to be completely honest, I wholeheartedly agree, because the thing that sucks though, if he doesn't focus on Andy and he goes about, winning his campaign, good for him. However, Jordan's kind of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't, as well as Andy. Just because Andy does whatever Gary says, that doesn't mean he won't eventually F up Jordan's life just because he feels like it. I mean, that bargaining chip or blackmail can only go so far. That's just my thoughts on it. But then we have Jordan confronting Andy about this at the law firm, saying, you broke up with me to marry Gary? You owe me an explanation now, and I'm not leaving until you do. Now, my question is, will Andy actually tell the flipping truth? Because as far as we know, Gary doesn't have Andy's office at the law firm bugged, but knowing this guy, you just never know. I would say that Hayden probably is keeping an eye on them, but I doubt it because he has his hands full since Tamara caught him and Marie in his office together. Now, aside from this, I just wonder, will she actually tell the truth or just lie to his face? Now, in terms of that, we have Andy talking with Fatima about, he wants me to marry him or he's going to ruin Jordan's life. And I'm doing a separate video on the fact that I feel like there isn't enough. There's not enough, not just chemistry between the actors, but I don't feel like there's enough in terms of Jordan and Andy to warrant her sacrificing her happiness simply to save him from Gary. It just doesn't seem right. I don't. If it was Robin, yeah, it would make sense because it was way more chemistry between them and they spend way less time together than the few months that she and Jordan have been together. It's just one of those things where I just don't buy it. It's not convincing to me. Now, aside from that, we got the wedding planner who's telling them that this is going to be the wedding of the century. Andy's like, can I go now? Nuh-uh. Drop them panties. And I'm like, this freaky Gary. And somebody said it during the live stream or on Twitter. They were like, look, season 7, as messy as it is, Cheeto as like evil Gary is one of the few good things the writers have done. And I agree. This dude, But at the same time, it's like, okay, he's reached Veronica Harrington or Randall levels of craziness. You gotta kill this dude off. Like, how, if he doesn't die by the end of this, then where exactly are you going to go with the character? That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, that's really all I have about this trailer breakdown. When they release a 30-second promo, if there's more meat on the bone, I'll do a follow-up video. But if not, hey, thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it, because the viewer retention does help out the channel and this particular video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.